that real creativity really stems from not having a lot of money.
Totally.
And I think that that really helps create personal style. You have to be very creative. You have to come up with creative ideas. You have to learn to pull from here. You have to learn to take from there. You learn how to recut it, flip it upside down, take the sweatpants and you know, make it a shrug. Rebecca Weinberg. I'm from Houston, Texas. I moved to New York in December of 1986 on the gravy train from the Atlanta crew, the RuPaul, the Larry T's. Well, number one, I had a mother who was a model. She'd been a circus performer, so no, fitting in was never quite my thing. And she was like, you know, the mom that took me to school in the mink hat and the mink coat when it was like 50 degrees outside. A way to communicate my ideas was just through dressing. And my mother promoted it. She didn't care if I went out. She didn't care if I had blue hair. She didn't care if I pierced my nose in the 7th grade. I mean, they were mortified. They'd never seen anybody like me. Style is subjective. And I think that, you know, if you have great style, you can't always project that onto others. It's really a triangle between your talent, whether you're trying to create, you know, if you're trying to dress somebody, your own personal style, and where you're trying to go from that point on. If you're trying to create a character for a film, it's a triangle. It puts it all together, and you're really there to be a listener and to facilitate. I'm a facilitator. Well, number one, these boots, which are a big inspiration, I found at the Shop Best, which is in the old Pop Shop down on Lafayette Street. And they're probably like Israeli paramilitary boots, but they were the first ones to stud them. And I like that they can be worn pirate style. And I love that it's just, nobody likes you, nobody wants you, you know, and it's got all these really sweet graphics, which I love, and I love the repeat. I love, you know, I love the embroidery, I love the tree of life, I love all the symbolic nature of the jacket, and it's made out of Tyvek, which I think is a very underused material in fashion. And my skull ring was given to me by my friend Isabel for my 40th birthday. This is a vintage Rudy Gernreich, which I was always a big fan of his. You know, again, the pocket is really a key important thing for me. I kind of wanted to pair it and make it a little bit more friendly, and I just have a pair of Bass saddle shoes, which are a classic again. I mean, you know, it's the Charlie Chaplin, Lucille Ball side of me that wants to be whimsical. And the shirt is a Balenciaga, and I like it because again, it's classic, but it gives the drama for me. This dress to me is the quick throw on if it's raining or cold, and I don't know, this is a Ports 1961, and I think that they're pretty flippin' fabulous. Yeah. That I got when I went to pull at Celine for Angie Harmon for the cover of some magazine, I can't remember, Diego was shooting it, and they gave these to me, and I just loved them ever since, and they were long before over-the-knee boots were popular. And I've never bought another pair of over-the-knee boots because I've never found another pair that I liked as much as these. Gosh, I'm very into I like military, but it's really more naval than it is military. I really like the naval, and you know, because I have lots of naval tattoos. These birds I got when I won my Emmy, when when I first got nominated for an Emmy, and then
for this one. What were you doing when you got it?
I was nominated for Sex and the City 3 times, and then this one, I both took my mother and my father to the Emmys, and I made them sit there in LA and get this tattoo. They were mortified. It's a designer from New Zealand, and I'm not a big handbag wearer, so I like to have trousers with pockets. I'm a little bit practical that way. And the suspenders are actually underwear suspenders that I got, I think in La Petite Coquette in the Village. And they actually attach them to like boy shorts and underwear. They're sort of like a lingerie sort of a thing. And singlets I'm kind of known for. I don't wear bras, I wear singlets. It's sort of that one staple thing that I always wear, whether I'm wearing a Pucci skirt or I'm wearing a Chanel skirt. I'll always wear a singlet with no bra. And the hat is from Starstruck, and it's an old Russian naval hat that my friend Joe gave to me as a gift, and I just love it, and I wear it all the time. You know, I like them because they're practical. They're great in New York City streets. I walk and talk a lot, and they're just classic. Grandfather's Julius Weinberg, and he was from Poland.
That's awesome.
And this is the only thing that I have of my granddaddy's. My jeans are just my good old, I wore jeans because I wanted to not be, it's kind of a little anti-statement. They're really me because they're feminized, emasculated pieces. And my you know, French naval shirt is a St. James, which is a French brand. Tags cut out, collar, the neckline beginning to fray with a boat neck. Sex and the City was an awesome collaboration because we'd actually had the experience of working with Sarah Jessica. And Sarah Jessica brings to the table a lot of personal style and funny quirks, which I always like wearing her sweatpants inside out with a pair of Manolo Blahniks. I mean, she was the quintessential, she was the poster child of what a real New York City girl is. It's a girl on the go. It's a girl that has fashion taste but knows how to shop for it. We were the first episodic television that came to get high-end designer brands. And then Michael Patrick King began to write for those and started to drop the Manolos, started to drop the Lubus, the Chews. All of those things came from the collaboration and developing the characters. You know, people say, oh, it was the fifth character. That's great. I mean, it is in anyone's life. It's just that we hyper-realized it. It's really interwoven, and music is my life. Music is kind of my religion. It's what it's what got me into fashion. It's what keeps me moving. It makes me do yoga. It makes me, you know, pray to Allah, Alejandro, whoever. It makes me real. And I don't care now that I'm in my 40s. I really don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what people say. I show up inappropriately. I show up at a party. Am I dressed? I don't care. Do I go to a fashion show in a t-shirt and a singlet with no bra? Yeah, I do. You know that there's always going to be an ebb and a flow with motherhood, and there's the highs and the lows, and they're extreme. They're so extreme that I'm so blessed that I did it in my life, that I was able to bring another wonderful human being, another spirit, who has led, obviously, many lives before.